to fix this up proper.
Make haste, then. We must leave anon. Good. Then let us be on our way.
Master, my heart knows no greater peace than when I'm by your side. This is generally used as a material. I'm sure we'll find a purpose for it in due time.
The Arisen is the lawful ruler of Vermund. So it has always been. To claim the title is to claim the throne. Yet, not all claims are true. Our kingdom sees many pretenders, and they are not dealt with lightly. Best hope you're not one of them. Regardless, you would do well not to invite my mistrust on our journey. Hold here a moment. I shall bid them open the gate.
Who's that you've brought with you, Watchhead, sir?
An Arisen, by all appearances.
An Arisen? Another pretender, you mean? I see the Sovereign's ascension has done little to stop such charlatans from plying their trade.
'Tis uncertain. This one commands the loyalty of the pawns.
What? Impossible. You know as well as I do that there can be but one Arisen, and he's up in the palace.
I'm well aware of how preposterous the idea is, thank you. However, as I do not believe it my place to rule on such a matter, I will make my report to the capital. If the claim is false, we will be rewarded handsomely for our trouble. If the claim is true, however, who can say? All's been arranged. Come, let us pass through the gate.
A fine place to harvest some ingredients. Shall we see if there's ought to be found while we're here? I'll go and open the chest.
An ox cart was meant to meet us, yet 'tis nowhere in sight. Aught may have befallen it. Best we press on.
I'll take that. We might find a use for it.
Is everyone all right? More marks of the dragon's fury. Its rampage must have weakened the earth here.
I would have preferred not to have to fight so soon, but at least I know I am up to the challenge.
We must not let down our guard. We achieved remarkable synchronicity.
Let us try for the same result with our next attack. Not bad.
Focus. Battle continues.
Splendid. I shan't allow any further harm to come to you.
I suppose there can be no harm in bringing this along.
We cannot expect gleaming treasures round every corner.
I dare say the cart shan't be traversing this. Onward! It might await us on the road ahead.
It seems to me we'll find some rare materials here. Well spotted. Shall we see? Back of half each door's here. Tis weak to fire. Not get ahead of ourselves. The battle continues.
That was a hard one. What fails to destroy us only enhances our chances against future adversity. I'll carefully conserve my strength and endeavor to survive every battle by way of sound strategy and defensive tactics. Won't you consider lightening your pack, Master? If you feel overburdened, mayhap I could carry something for you.
What's this? We're trapped! Fie! A Cyclops!
A Cyclops! Pray, be on your guard.
The power of such a torrent is not
I imagine it will be most beneficial in combat.
We've an opening. Focus your attacks.
Strike fast and true, and our quarry shall fall. Understood. It is time we made for the capital. To inform the people of Berlin. Shall we?
You have my gratitude, sir. 'Twould seem I misjudged you. I had taken you for another force arisen. Goodness knows we see a lot of them. Yet the value you showed in coming to our aid has dispelled such thoughts. Here, take this, as a mark of my trust. Give it to one of the sentinels stationed at the gates to the capital, and you'll be granted an audience with Captain Brandt. You're free to make your own way to the capital now. I see no need to keep you under constant watch, and I'm sure you'll breathe a little easier as well, aye? Of course, if you'd rather continue to accompany us, you are still welcome to join us on the ox cart. 'Tis your decision.
Such treasures are seldom found.
How exciting! My heart is fit to burst.
Ah, here's the cart now. Do you intend to join us? Very well. Board the ox cart and we'll be off.
An ox cart ought to make our journey easier. Fewer monsters are to be found in the main road, though carts travel only by the sun's light.
I'd wager there's aught to be found here.
We ought to take a closer look.
Goblins! What rotten luck! We've need of your aid again, sir.
Goblins, master! Most impressive, master. Fight on, victory shall be ours.
Outstanding. The enemy has called reinforcements. It seems they mean to match our might through strength of numbers.
The fire must be put out ere our comrade burns.
Seems we drove them off. You've my thanks for aiding us. Vernworth isn't far from here. Will you join us the rest of the way? All right. Into the ox cart, then. This looks like a good place to end it.
I was informed of your coming would be arisen.
Captain Brandt, this individual summoned a pawn through a rift stone. Several witnesses can attest to it. Though I admit I had my doubts at first. 'Twould seem this is no mere deceiver.
This one's not a bad sort. Saved our hides on the way here.
As decreed by the great will of our world, there can only be one Arisen. That Arisen now resides within the palace. Indeed, he is our sovereign and the rightful ruler of Vermont. It follows, therefore, that this ruffian before us is naught but a pretender. You must submit to questioning. If you value your life, you will not attempt to flee. I shall conduct the interrogation myself. Stand watch outside. I beg your forgiveness for my insolence, Your Majesty. If the Queen Regent had learned of your existence, I fear your life would have been in peril. I had no choice but to treat you as a pretender, lest my actions draw suspicion from watchful eyes. Then you have truly lost your memory? In that case, mayhap I ought to explain the situation before we proceed. You, and no other, are the sovereign, the only legitimate ruler of this kingdom. Some days past, you confronted the dragon in the village of Melv, whereupon you became Arisen. The people rejoiced, for our true liege had finally appeared, ending Vermont's long years of council rule. Yet, not all celebrated your coming. Your arrival would have robbed the Queen Regent Disa of everything. During the time of the previous council, she acted as a queen in her own right, ruling the palace as she saw fit. And just after the consul's passing, when 'twas all but certain that her son would take his father's place, word reached the castle that the Arisen had been found. To Disa, Your Majesty's very existence is naught but an obstacle to her own family's continued prosperity. The assassination of the Arisen is an impossible feat for mortal hands. Thus, Disa chose to abduct Your Majesty while you recovered from your wounds, in order to rob you of your memory with a fell curse and sell you to Batal as a slave. Following that, she prepared a replacement to serve as the sovereign in your stead, a mere puppet. However, with Your Majesty returned, I have no intention of twiddling my thumbs as Disa plays her games. I shall devise some plans to further our cause. Pray, visit me a night in the tavern that we might discuss them. This one's cleared of all suspicion and has my permission to remain in the capital. You are to trouble the good sir no further. Are we clear?
Wait for the new equipment to come.
Pray forgive me, I'm in a bit of a hurry.
Consign it! Get back here! You there! Did you see an urchin in a cap run past just now? Can you tell me which way he went? Many thanks. I'll catch that wretch yet.
You're a kind one, aren't you? 'Twould seem I am in your debt. In fact, there's aught I would ask of you if you've the time to spare.
Aha! There you are!
Oh, apologies, but our chat will have to wait. Till next week.
I trust you will comport yourself properly.
Mayhap I'll seek out a town I've yet to visit.
Not I.
This ladder looks sturdy enough to climb. We ought to put it to good use. Tell is, Vermund was once a beast-ridden kingdom.
Truly?
Indeed. Though 'tis not widely known among the common folk.
Your Majesty, your timing is impeccable. I just thought to call for you. 'Tis not a matter for prying ears. Pray, let us speak out here. As I informed you when last we spoke, the palace is filled with the Queen Regent's sycophants. Should Disa denounce your Majesty as a false arisen, few would elect to doubt her. Yet if we are to prove your identity, I believe there is no occasion more suitable than the coronation. It was delayed so that the sovereign, that is, the false arisen, could convalesce in the palace, but the date has now been set. The central players in the court ought all be in attendance. It would be a fine opportunity to display your Majesty's power. None would be able to deny that you are the true arisen then. There is a problem, however. Entry to such an event is limited to the chosen few. Only select members of the nobility and citizens who have contributed greatly to Vermont's continued prosperity will be granted entry. If your Majesty is to be counted among them, you will need to attend to a number of tasks. Pray, allow me to summarize them for you. The citizenry have called upon my soldiers to cull monsters that plague the land. I dare say, 'twould be a fine contribution were you to accomplish these tasks unaided. What say you? Might I ask for your cooperation in this matter? I thank you, Your Majesty. There are 3 locales that have seen significant trouble of late. The first is Trevo Mine, to the northwest. We've had reports of goblins swarming in great numbers. Next is Half Village, west of Burnworth. I believe soldiers have already been dispatched to cull an infestation of saurians there. Finally, there is a call for someone to locate a group of soldiers tasked with delivering freight. They were last seen...
We have been charged with the felling of monsters. By combining our strengths, we shall overcome this trial as all others.
Welcome to the Star Drop Inn.